Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So today I finally am getting around to reviewing and just giving you my thoughts of the DJI Mini 2. Yeah, the DJI Mini 2 is a great device. Oh no, I thought I cleaned this well, but there's some grass on it. Yeah, let me rub it off. Yeah, so it is a really great device, and the reason why it took so long to review it after unboxing it is because, yeah, I was just lazy. I was actually researching, yeah, the regulations here where I live in Singapore on the drones and how to operate them, and where to operate them, and where not to operate them. So, yeah, that's another area of complexity that I needed to look at, but yeah, basically I just had a lot of other things to do and games to download and stuff like that. So anyway, this is the DJI Mini 2. As you can see, it is super compact and slim when folded up like this, and I really like the way it folds up here. I used it 3 times already, so today was my third time. The first time I tried it, it banged against my ceiling, so I flew it indoors, stupidly enough, but yeah, so at the time I didn't know how to control it, and it wound up hitting my walls and ceiling, so it was kind of awkward. And at the time I had this propeller guard, but actually if you ask me, you don't need the propeller guard because these propellers are so light and small, and it's so great that they made it so light and small. So if you were to get the guards, they are actually very bulky, and the cost of buying those guards is double the price. I believe it's double the price of new propellers, because these are tiny plastic bits that can be replaced very easily. So if you ask me, you don't need propeller guards. You just need to get this landing pad. Once you get this landing pad, you throw it on the grass or on the ground, wherever you go, and then it lands there, and it will be fine. So just very quickly, let me go through how to use it, because it is not at all easy for first-timers like me. I've never used I've used DJI gimbals before, both the phone gimbal and the camera gimbal, but their drones are a totally different story. So they're not at all, I would say, that user-friendly or easy to use. But you really need to be following the instructions step by step. I was reading them out aloud when I was actually using it, and I needed to, because otherwise it was giving me a ton of little headaches, and I wasn't able to really fly it very well at first. So let's start off with the remote control. First of all, you need to take the thumbsticks out from the bottom and screw them on like so. And this remote is fully, USB chargeable. The charging slot is over here. Once you put it in, these buttons will light up. They will light up green, and then you will be good to go. And so on the front side here, you have different modes. Cinematic, cine, normal, and sport mode. And sport mode, I believe, is for those fast-paced shots, and cinematic mode is for slow-paced shots. And of course, I went for normal because that's what I am. I'm a normal person. So I'm not a cinematographer. I'm not a pro YouTuber or anything like that. I'm your average consumer, and I just want other average consumers to know how to use it, just like I did. And hopefully, you won't go through the same sort of steep learning curve that I did. So on the front facing side, you have the helipad mark. Actually, this is just for takeoff and landing. Yeah, takeoff and landing. So if you push this mark, it will go on and off. But I prefer to touch my phone, because there's on the phone screen there is a landing mark and takeoff mark as well, the same as this. So that's easier for me to use. But of course, I can't show that here because I'm using my phone as a remote control for my A6400. So sorry about that. If you want to see the actual instructions, let me know, and I'll make another video on that. So once you set it up, to turn this on, you need to push down twice. It's not a short press, it's not a long press. It's a short press followed by a long press. So push it once, quickly, and then hold it down the second time. And then it will turn on. And then what you got to do is you got to pull this thing up. And if you notice, there is another tiny little cable in here. You need to pull out the part of the cable that is not connected to the port. This side is connected to the port, so don't pull this side out. Pull only the left side out. And then you got to connect this USB connector to your phone. So once your phone is in here, you just pull this part out, connect it to your phone first, and then push your phone inside. And then you need to open the DJI Fly app. After that, you need to search for your drone. You know, if you have this drone, look for the Mini 2. Look for the Mini 2, and then you're going to be able to, you know, connect it to the Mini 2, but you won't be connecting it yet because your Mini 2 is off. If you're like me, you turn on the remote first, and then you'll turn on the drone. And now it's time for you to turn on the drone. So when you take this out, it comes out folded like this. So the arms are obviously very easy. You just follow the instructions. You know, you open this up here, and then you open this thing up here as well. The battery is in this compartment. So in the charging slot is here. The SD card slot is over here. And I think the SD card is taken out because I was looking at the videos I took. And you open the hind legs up, like you need to sort of rotate them downwards, whereas this one is rotating them sideways. The front ones are being rotated out sideways. And so this is the front of the drone. So again, turning it on, you really need to follow the instructions here. I thought I needed to do a short press or a long press. Again, I was wrong. I needed to do a short press followed immediately by a long press. So one, and 2. Yeah, you just hold the second part out. And the other big mistake I made on the second session, actually that's the first session I actually went outdoors to try this out, was this thing. This camera protector is good. I read it on Reddit for protecting against glare and also obviously protecting your camera module, but it acts like sunglasses, you know, and I don't think it's really good quality. I mean, it's a really good lens or something like that, because when you put it on, it's like a dark filter that comes over it. So unless the sun is really bright, for me it wasn't because I was shooting in the evening, I recommend you taking it off. It'll be so much clearer. And you know, this is a 4K. It's a 4K camera and a 4K lens, so you really want to take advantage of the 4K capability. So yeah, removing this will make it better. And some people who are super careful will want to install some kind of filter or some kind of like lens protector. I don't do that because I don't think it's necessary. As long as you have the helipad, that should be good enough for you. So yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, so once I removed this, my third time around, it was fine. The video was clear as expected. But out of the box, out of the DJI Fly app, this is set to 1080p only. So 1080p plus this thing was not really good. And also, when the second time I flew it, there was a firmware update required. And the firmware update actually took so much battery from the drone itself. Instead of the 20 minutes per battery it's supposed to have, it went down to 5 minutes. And then I needed to, you know, reach into my bag and take out the other 2 batteries, and they went up really quickly because of that update. So make sure that before you leave your home, any updates should be done prior to going out using Wi-Fi. Otherwise, you will have a ton of problems. Because mine was juddering and shaking while the update was happening, and it wasn't really updating it. I was updating it while I was flying it, which is not a great thing. Yeah, so yeah, that's what happened to me. And so once you have that all settled, though, you're good to go. You just push the you know, on the remote in your smartphone. You just or over here, you would just push the take-off button, and it would go up. And then you would the left stick is for altitude and for turning left and right, and then the right stick is for moving forwards, backwards, or moving left or right. So this is to change altitude and direction, and this is to move forward, backwards, or sideways. Yeah. So that's how it goes. And I have to say that the weight of this thing, you see here, 249 grams, ultra light. Yeah, this is actually a great thing here. Well, I'm not sure how it works in your region, but over here in Singapore, there's a law passed recently where drones over 250 grams have to be registered with the authorities. So if they have like a 1 kilo drone or like a 500 gram drone and they don't, and people don't register it and they get caught, they can be fined up thousands of dollars, up to $10,000 SGD, or about 7,000 US, which is totally not worth it, right? I mean, you spend so much money on a drone and then you get caught, you can spend thousands of dollars more in fines if you don't register. So yeah, this is the I think this is the only drone, one of the very, very few drones. I don't know if any other drone is this light. They can be flown without any registration or any like pilot certification here. Right? It's best to check with your local authorities where and when you can fly something as small and light as this. So yeah, that's the thing about the weight. So right now I'm going to show you what I took just now, and yeah, you be the judge and you see for yourself how it works out. So now that you've seen that short clip, I just want to show you what's going to happen, how it's going to look like if you have this camera protector on. You know, if you try flying with this in, especially when the light isn't great, how it can impact your video. So when you're flying with this on, it's going to look blurry. And just bear in mind that I didn't notice my settings were set to 1080p out of the box. I forgot to adjust them to 4K. So here's what it looks like with the camera protector on when I took them the other day. Alright, so what did you think? What did you, do you have any opinions or thoughts about those two clips? I just felt that, you know what, I really need more time with this. I've only used this 3 times, but already I can feel that there's a lot of potential for this. I think if you're in an area where you have a lot more space, it'll be easier. But yep, over here in Singapore, there's unfortunately not a lot of space, and so there's another regulation saying that you can't be within 5 kilometers of any aerodrome or any sort of airport or military installation, which, you know, makes it a little bit harder because the island is only, what is it, 60 kilometers wide and 40 kilometers, no, 60 kilometers long and 40 kilometers wide. But if you keep to the designated fields, there's actually a website where you can go and you can find, if you're living here, or if there's actually a website you can go to see which sort of area you can fly it in. So yeah, I went to one of the smaller areas because I'm close to the town. But if you're in a region or an area with lots of space, it'll be so much easier. You can basically fly it as high or as far as you want in whatever lighting conditions you want as well. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions or thoughts in the comments. And if this video helped you, please give it a like. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.